The first thing I want to do now to assemble is to use some thick CA glue and some accelerator. So we're just going to liberally put this on here. See if I can do this left-handed. I want a good thick coating right there. I don't want to be near these edges because it'll squirt up and out. If it goes out that hole, I don't care. So now we have to take this thing here, get my accelerator. I want to do this over here so I don't spray that. So, okay, I'm getting that good and soaked, right? So now we take it, and I'm going to make sure I have the grain oriented up. I like that, straight up and down. So put that on, push that on real good. So, see what I mean? I put the grain going up and down. It's kind of neat. You can mess with that however you want, use whatever you want. So we're going to let that sit up for a second. Let me put a little weight on it. That work? So, how did I make the bow tie a bow tie? Well, I looked online, and you can actually buy little bitty things that are meant for bow ties. So that's the hook and the loop, right? Well, I'm a wood turner. I'm not a seamstress, and I'm not a bow maker, bow tie maker. So I'm sure many of you will find a better way of doing this. But then I also found this great elastic on here, so I bought that on Amazon. I'll put the links in the comments for you guys. And so then, here's the cool part. What I did is I found these, this is where I went Neanderthal on it. These are self-tapping screws for sheet metal and stuff. So without the elastic there, I took a screw and drilled in like so, right? And I drilled in like so, then I backed them out, used the awl to punch a hole in the elastic, and then I put the screw in the elastic and screwed it on. And then when it came to this part, like I said, I'm not a seamstress, so I went ahead and used a staple to hold that on there. I'm sure you can come up with better ideas than that. But anyway, that is how you make a bow tie, but let me show you what the really cool shot. I think the glue is probably dried now, or dry enough. Let's put a finish on it. Now I'm just using a Watco Danish oil. You can use polyurethane, anything you want, because you can make that really shiny and buff it up, really make it stand out. But I just like the natural look of Watco Danish oil, because what other look would you want on a bow tie than natural oil? Right. So this is the interesting thing. This is going to soak up the oil like crazy because this is side grain, right? This is end grain. This is where it's really going to soak it up. So we'll just stay on the front here. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention, see how it curves to the back? And you also see I have sharp edges. On my other ones, I rounded the edges over, and I actually think the sharp looks a little bit nicer. It stands out. So you can do that either way. You can round off the edges and leave them flat on the back, or leave them sharp and curve the back. It's all up to you. So let's get this goop on here. Oh man, it's really good.